Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mahesh and in today's video, we will learn how to join vCenter server appliance into Windows Active Directory domain. So as you can see, right now I'm logged into my vSphere client, and to join this VCSA server, you have to go to the administration tab, then go to the configuration part, and from here you will get one button to join AD. Click on it. And here you have to mention your domain name. In my case, it is abc.com. OU is optional. If you want to add that particular machine into a specific OU, you can mention. Otherwise, we can continue with the default OU account, which is computer in our case. So let me show you here in my Active Directory server. So as you can see, let me open Active Directory users and computers. And this is my domain, abc.com. And whatever I will add, like the host name of this machine, which is VCSA-01, in my case, that machine will appear here after joining it into the domain. So let's go back here. And now I have to enter my root username. So in my case, my root domain username is ms185426. And let me enter the password for that user and simply click on join. So make sure that particular username, it should be domain user. Okay, so as you can see, now we are getting option to leave the Active Directory domain, but node VCSA-01 has joined the Active Directory successfully, and reboot is required to deploy or to apply the changes. So now what I have to do, I have to reboot my VCSA server. So for the same, what I can do, let me go to the management console. Give me a moment. What is happening? I think there is some typo error. So give me a moment. Not typo error. It should be column here. And it should be 5480, not 5840. 5480. Now we are into the VMware appliance management, and from here we can easily reboot our VCSA server. So let me log in here with my root user. Let me enter the password. Okay, so as you can see here, our single sign-on status is running so far, and our single sign-on domain is vsphere.local. Now, what I have to do, I have to simply reboot the machine. So you can do that from clicking on Action tab and simply click on Reboot. Click Yes. So now it will automatically reboot our VCSA server, so we can check the status from here. So as you can see, our VCSA server is rebooting now. So let's wait for it. It may take a while to restart the server and to restart the services. So what we have to do, we have to wait. So basically what we did, we have joined our vCenter server appliance into Windows Active Directory domain. And after that, because you know why we have joined that machine into the domain, just suppose if you're working into any organization and you do not want to keep different user account for different machines. So if you are having Active Directory server in your domain, so you can add every machine into that domain, and with the help of that you will be able to access all the machines with the single credentials what you have in your Windows Active Directory console. So let's wait for it. It's getting rebooted, and after that it will be into our domain, so we can check this from our Active Directory server. Let's see what is going on here. So let me refresh here. So as you can see now, VCSA 01 is into our Active Directory domain. Okay, both like ESXi 01 is our hypervisor and VCSA is vCenter server appliance. So let's go back here. Still rebooting. Wait for it. So friends, whatever the operations we are performing on VMware vSphere version 7.0, and same version is for VCSA client, that is vCenter server appliance. So here now it is asking for a login, but we have nothing to do at that screen. Just wait. And in the meantime, what we can try, if you want to log in, you can log in at that screen, but it is not required. So no worries, close it. And as you can see, my FQDN is vcsa-01.abc.com, which is my domain, abc.com. And the IP address for this server is static. In my case, it's 192.168.10.102. So let me close this for now. And now we can try to get it over here, like with the IP address 192.168.10.102 in our case. Okay, so there is no healthy upstream, so it may take some time to restart all the services for web UI. So let's refresh it. Otherwise, you can also check the same with management appliance, like on port number 5480. We can log in here and we can check the status. So let me enter the root credentials here. So basically, VMware vCenter Server Management is a console. With the help of that console, you can easily check the status of the services, what is running, what is not running. If you want to restart or interrupt any service, you can do that. You can also check the single sign-on status with that management console. So it's taking a while. No worries. In the meantime, we can again try to access our VCSA server. No, still not. It's showing no unhealthy upstream. Let me refresh this. Okay, so here is a summary. As you can see, our CPU status is good and we are having some alerts on memory part. Correct. So that is fine. That is manageable. I can increase the memory later. Overall health, we have one alert, but the problem is that why we are not getting that UI, just because of a single sign-on status is not running so far. So let me try to refresh it. Still not running. Let's wait for it. So it may take up to 2 or 3 minutes sometimes, correct? Because if you go to the services tab, you will see multiple services are there which are in stopped state. So it may take some time to start all the services. In the meantime, you can try to refresh, but it will never work. Why? Because our single sign-on status is unknown so far. Okay, so let's wait for this service to start. Either you can manually start the service, but I will let you know how to do that in upcoming videos. But so far, you do not have to do anything. Like you do not have to manually start any service, correct? And in a meantime, if I check the task manager, like my memory utilization is 78% so far, disk is fine, CPU is also fine. Perfect. So we are good actually. Again, let me refresh it now. Not it. Let's wait for it. And still we are getting no healthy upstream here. So no worries. As I told you, it may take some time to restart all the services, and it's totally up to your hardware configurations, like what configurations you are using right now. Correct. As we are running one hypervisor over another hypervisor, like we are using that software VMware Workstation Pro on Win 10 machine, and on that VMware Workstation Pro we have installed another hypervisor, which is our ESXi host. Correct. Like we are running bare metal hypervisor on this one, VMware Workstation Pro. So this might be a possible reason for the slowness, but for our learning perspective, we can wait. Correct. So let me minimize this and let me refresh it again. In the meantime, I can try to refresh this as well. No, it's not working. Okay, in the meantime, I can explain you multiple things like firewall. If you want to manage or add some firewall rules in your vCenter server appliance, you can do that from here. You can add or remove multiple ports from here, like services. These are the very important services. Those will listed here in a minute, and it's loading. So let's wait. Okay, so we have got the services now. Multiple services are started, but still we have multiple services in stop state. So no worries. Let's wait for it. Okay, guys. So let me try to refresh it again. Not this one. This is screen. Okay, so now we have got our console. So why? So let's wait for this screen. Let me show you our single sign-on service. This service, it's must be running right now. Okay, so let's wait for it. And this is my hypervisor ESXi01, and I have joined that hypervisor into my domain. So let me show you. Yes, you can see here, like I have joined this hypervisor, which is ESXi01 into my domain, which is abc.com. Okay, so click on the summary, wait for it. As you can see, our single sign-on service is running now. So that is the only reason why we are getting this UI now. Okay, so let me launch vSphere HTML client here. And after that, we have to log into our vSphere server, and we have to add one domain user to manage that vCenter server appliance. So I think it's still initializing. So it's still having some slowness, no worries. Also, this is a part of troubleshooting as well, because sometimes it happens you will not be able to get this UI. So in that particular case, we have some services here. You can manually modify the services, like you can manually try to restart the services if you will face such kind of issues in future. So no worries, let's wait for it. So as you can see, multiple services. So this is a possible service, that VAPI endpoint, due to which we are not getting this screen, and this is only responsible for that single sign-on process. Okay, so let's wait for it. Let me launch it again. So guys, if you have any query or any concerns regarding the, data center virtualization or VMware or Citrix, you can ping me always, correct? So I will be always there. And in my every video, you will get my WhatsApp number listed over there. So please do not call me on my WhatsApp number. Just always text me. I will revert to you whenever I will get time to check your messages. Okay, so I will always revert on every message, but sometimes there may be some delay due to personal issues or due to any other reasons. So those kind of things happens. Again, it's taking a while. So because it's still few services are in a stopped state, so no worries. Let's wait. Let me minimize this and let me try to refresh. Now try to execute. So let's wait for it. We are not getting the login screen yet, so okay, so we are getting some pop-up here that vSphere client web server is still initializing. So this is the only reason why we are not getting the login screen. Okay, so it's saying that please try again shortly. So let's try again. No, vSphere client web server is still initializing. So we can check. Let me try to locate that service from here. Are you guys able to locate the service? No, 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 where it is. This is started. This is also started. Which one is in stopped? No, this one is not one. This is also not required. No worries. So let's wait for it and check for the. No, 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 no. Okay, let's try to reload it again. Now I think that service is initialized. So now we will get the login screen. So guys, I always upload all the videos with no editing, whatever the issue I am facing here. This is all those kind of issues are always real time. Okay, so now as I have shown you, like we have recently joined that vCenter server appliance into our domain, correct? So now it's time to log into that machine with local administrator. Then let me enter the password for this user. So now what I have to do, as I have joined this VCSA server into the domain. Okay, so now I have to manage that particular server with my domain user account. So for the same, what I have to do, I have to add my domain user as an administrator for this VCSA server. So first what we have to do, we have to add the identity sources. So like, just click on the identity source, click on add. And now, as you can see, now it's getting Active Directory integrated Windows authentication. So that is fine. And here is my domain. Okay. And we have to use the machine account. So simply click on add. So as you can see, now our Active Directory or our domain is getting listed here as a single sign-on option. Okay. So what I can do now, I can also set Windows Active Directory authentication as default. There is no issue in that. But now what I have to do, I have to add some user to manage this group. Sorry, this VCSA server. So now what I have to do, I have to go to the domain. In my case, it's abc.com. So whatever the users you have in your domain, all those users will get listed here soon. Let's wait for it. So guys, if you want to learn virtualization, data center virtualization, if you want to opt for the trainings or for the certification, you can always contact me. I will help you out for all those kind of things. Why it's taking that much time, buddy? I do not have that much of time. Okay, so I have only few users in my like domain, which is abc.com. So this is my user account. First and last name is Mahesh Singh, and this is my logon username. Okay, so I can select that user. Okay, and that is completely fine. So let me type here ms185426 and try to search that user. As you can see, that user is getting listed here. Okay, so in a same way, you can add multiple users from the Active Directory console. So now what I can do here, I can click on the roles and I can select domain. This is my domain. And let's go to the global permissions. So from here, let me try to add some user from my Active Directory. And from here, I can type the name, select the user. This is my user. And I have to check this box. Why? Because I want this user to have access on each and every object of VCSA server, that is vCenter server appliance. So simply click OK here. And now as you can see, this user is now administrator. Like my domain user abc.com is now administrator for VCSA client. So in a same way, you can either add an entire group or you can add a specific user as well. Okay, so now what I can do here. So as you can see, here is my username. I have not added any domain group so far, so no issues. So now this is a way how you can join your VCSA client into the domain and how you can add your domain user as an administrator for your vCenter server appliance. So now let's log out. And let's try to log in with my domain user, which is ms185426 at abc.com, and I have to enter the password for my domain user account. Now simply click on login and let's see. I can easily manage my Whisper client with my domain user account. So friends, this is done in this video. I hope you have enjoyed the videos. If you like my videos, please to subscribe my channel, share my videos, like my videos. Thank you very much. We will meet soon in next video.